What is the key to writing a gripping story? If you said inciting incident, you are correct. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about what is an inciting incident, why it matters, and give you 6 tips to writing an inciting incident for your story that grabs the reader and it does not let go. One example of an inciting incident is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That point when Lucy pushes her way through the wardrobe, through the back of the wardrobe, and finds herself in the magical land of Narnia. And she grabs a coat and puts it on. That is the inciting incident that propels the story. Another example is from Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy is in her house and that tornado drops down, picks up her house, and drops her into the land of Oz. Those are both examples of inciting incidents. Now, I have heard it said that the hook is the same thing as the inciting incident, and I disagree. I think that the hook is at the beginning of the story. I have made a couple of videos actually about that, and I'm going to put that in the description so you can check those out if you are curious about how to write a really good hook, which is super important to the very beginning of your book. However, it is not the same as the inciting incident. The hook is at the beginning of the story, and the inciting incident is also towards the beginning of the story. The inciting incident is usually in the first 15% of the story, but I do recommend that you get to the inciting incident as quickly as possible, but you want to lay the groundwork between your hook and your inciting incident is groundwork, giving the background of your character and setting the stage for the inciting incident. I've heard people use the phrase, plunge your character into terrible trouble. And while that is great and as often can be compared to the inciting incident because it's plunging them into something terrible and awful, but I think that one of the things that I've noticed with that phrase is that if you plunge your character into terrible trouble and this big, terrible thing happens, but you have not established rapport with the reader, you have not given the reader a reason to care about your character, you've not given any character development or internal conflict within the character. These are other things that factor into having the reader care about your character. And this great thing that the character has to face, you want your reader to care about that happening. And so you want to make sure that you have taken enough time to establish that rapport with the reader. Dave and I are building a supportive writing community, and we would love to have you join us. One of the ways you can do that is to sign up for our newsletter. And in the newsletter, The Creatives, we give you creative tips, we give you writing tips and updates on all of the things that we're doing and working on, as well as give you early access to our growing writing community. You can do this by visiting smewinmedia.com, or you can click the link in the description. The purpose of the hook is to lead the reader to the inciting incident. And what is an inciting incident? Now, if you go on the internet or in a writing book and you say, what is an inciting incident? You're going to get lots of different answers. But I like this definition the best. An inciting incident is an external event that creates chaos and irrevocably alters the protagonist's life. It also sets the story into motion. I also like the idea of taking your protagonist and pushing your protagonist out of their comfort zone. So in order to do this, you have to establish some rapport, like I've said, with the reader by establishing your character. What are their wants and their desires? What's their internal conflict? And then you've established that, then you can use your inciting incident to push the protagonist out of their comfort zone into a place that is uncomfortable and into a place where they have to make uncomfortable or impossible choices. Tip number 1 is have your inciting incident as early in the story as possible, but you don't want it to be too early, because if you have not established rapport with the reader or established your character, then it's not time for your inciting incident. Some books actually start with an inciting incident on the first line of the first page. And some books wait till later in the story, but a good rule of thumb is to have your inciting incident within the first 15% of your story, as long as you have established rapport with the reader and your character, that you've established who this character is and why we should care that this character has been plunged into terrible trouble and this great tragedy or chaos has happened in their life. Make me care about your character. Tip number 2 is make it exciting. Keep the reader on the edge of their seat, because your inciting incident sets the stage, it sets the mood and the pacing for the rest of the book. So make sure that your inciting incident makes the reader want to keep reading, that it's exciting, that it's intriguing, that it builds curiosity. Because when you have curiosity and excitement and unpredictability in a book, that's a book that people want to read. Your readers will eat that up if the inciting incident is exciting. An example of this is The Martian, which is a great book and a great movie. And the inciting incident is when he gets left behind on Mars by himself. That's pretty exciting. It's an exciting point in the movie, and it sets the stage and it launches the story into his fight to survive. Tip number 3 is keep in mind the expectations of your genre. So whatever genre you are writing in, you need to look at what are the reader expectations. So for example, if you are writing a murder mystery, your inciting incident should be either the crime scene or finding the body. That is the expectation of the murder mystery genre. Another example would be a love story. If it's an expectation of a love story is that you've got person A and person B, and at some point the inciting incident should be when they meet and the journey that they take to get to know each other and to fall in love. So keep in mind, whatever genre you're writing in, what are the reader expectations? Tip number 4 is interrupt your protagonist's life. Interrupt the status quo or create chaos in your protagonist's life. You want to make the protagonist get pushed out of their comfort zone and have to make those impossible choices and face the total disruption of their life. I really like the word chaos, because chaos is, to me, is just you're going along with your normal life, and then everything gets tossed on its head and you have this really uncomfortable thing happen. That's your inciting incident. It pushes your character out of their everyday life and makes them have to do the uncomfortable and pushes them out of their comfort zone. So an example of this is Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games. The inciting incident in that book is when Katniss Everdeen volunteers to take her sister's place at the reaping. That is the inciting incident. It sets the stage for the whole rest of the story, and it gets the story moving, but it completely removes her from her everyday life. Readers like to experience the uncomfortable or things that trigger fear or the unknown. They want to experience that, but they want to experience it from the safety of their home. Let this other character do the uncomfortable thing, face the fear, face the difficult thing, and I can experience that without actually having to live it. Help your reader to experience the uncomfortable through the inciting incident for your protagonist. Tip number 5 is make it life-changing and urgent. Force your character into a position where they have to make a life-changing choice, usually with external forces coming at them and it's out of their control, but they have to do something with it. They have to make a choice, and it's life-changing. Whatever choice they choose, live or die, or to go or stay, it's life-changing. and you want to make it urgent and life-changing. And so an example of this would be The Hobbit, when the old guy comes to the Hobbit village and convinces Bilbo Baggins to go on this journey with him. And it's a life-changing choice that this little guy has to make, and that is the inciting incident in that story. Tip number 6 is make it unpredictable. Predictability is boring. So make sure that if you have written your inciting incident, look at it and ask yourself, is this predictable? Is this going to be boring to the reader, or is it going to launch the story in an exciting way? Don't have a predictable or boring inciting incident. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. If you are new to writing and you're looking at writing an inciting incident, use these tips to write an inciting incident that makes your story gripping and captivating and intriguing to the reader. If you have already written your inciting incident and you're trying to make it better, use these tips to expand your inciting incident. Look at your inciting incident and ask yourself some questions. Is this boring? Is it fast-paced? Does it set the pace that I want for my story? Is it going to grab the reader, and is it going to give the reader a reason to turn the page? These are all really good questions to ask of an inciting incident if you've already written one. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is an inciting incident tip that has helped you? And do you have any questions about how to make your inciting incident better? I would love to answer your questions. Put them in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next video.